Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. Of course, we're in Las Vegas. We're at the Peppermill, absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And we're on the red sofa with Roselyn Poon. Absolutely. I've known this woman for a long time. Well, not that long, because we're still both very young.
We are, yes.
And actually, this is the reason why she's actually coming on the, not because also she's a good friend of mine, because she's written this book, Reset Your Inner Clock. Yes. Well, I think every woman needs to do this.
Well, every human needs to do this, actually.
Yes, every human, but I'm kind of interested in you and I of resetting our clocks.
Oh, yes. Well,
because I think we've already done that.
Well, exactly. I did mine 20 years ago.
I did mine when I was born. And that was also 20 years ago.
Well, there you go. See, you're way ahead of the curve. That's right. She always is.
I'm up the road.
That's true. You are. That's true. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, but now, what made you want to write? This is the book. Actually, I want to show you the book. This is the book she wrote, and I just love. You've got the colours that I adore.
Thank you.
So, what made you realise that women or people in general are not sort of resetting themselves? They seem to get into this dip and stay there.
They do, and it's the reason why I recalibrated myself 20 years ago.
Okay.
And it's a funny story, but it's probably worth telling because
I'd like to hear it.
I'm
sure they would like to hear about that.
You've got a sense of humour.
You've got to start somewhere. So start somewhere where it's funny, okay?
You do. So picture this. There's this businesswoman. She's just spent a miserable 5 days in Hong Kong trying to get out of the country, but I couldn't because of the English.
Oh, okay.
There was some football thing going on, so there was no flights. Anyway, long story short, I finally get back to Australia after about, I don't know how many hours. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and it's my 45th birthday. So anyway, I go straight to the office. I'm not feeling that great.
Don't work out all the numbers. Forget the numbers.
Actually, they are really. Anyway, bottom line is I actually decided to buy myself a birthday present. I was feeling so...
down and out.
Yeah, it was tiring.
I made myself feel good.
Yes. So went down to the local shops, which is what we do in Australia. And I don't know what sane 45-year-old tired businesswoman does this, but I did this. I went to a sports store and it had a big sign saying, just arrived from USA, the latest electronic fat scales. I know. Look at Ninon's face. That's exactly right. Fat scale. Look at my face, right?
I know. The last thing you want to do is weigh yourself when you're up there.
Exactly. So I thought, well, I'm a techie person because I had an IT company.
Now, did you feel you were a little overweight at this time or underweight?
Not compared to American standards, compared to Australian standards, probably a little bit, like maybe 5 or 10
You just wanted to give yourself an uplift.
Well, I just wanted to know. I'm a technical sort of person.
Yeah.
Because I had a software company, so this is sort of a techie thing.
Yes.
I know, it looks strange. I am a techie person, actually.
I love it.
Long story short, I buy the scales, I get in my car, run back to the office, and it's a Saturday, block the office door, because I'm thinking, will any of the guys, the programmers and developers come in today? Hope not. Read the instruction manual, and this is where it gets interesting. The first thing the manual says is, get naked. And I thought,
or by yourself, well, that's okay.
Well, that's right.
Because you're used to yourself, so you don't mind yourself being naked.
So I'm standing in my office, I turn off all the lights,
make
sure that the doors are all locked.
This is not your home, this is your
this
office.
is my office, right? So I get naked, then it says, get naked, stand on scales. And I thought, I can do that. So I get naked, stand on the scales.
Because then you get the correct weight.
Correct. And then I'm looking at this little book, and of course I haven't got my glasses, and it's darker, by the way. All of a sudden, it's like radiation glow from down on the scales. Like it's green, like it's like it's radiation. And I'm looking down thinking, oh, this is a bit of a problem. I can't actually read this. So now, imagine this, a little slightly chubby, lily white, naked lady, crouched down. In Australia, looking at the scales.
I can't imagine this at all.
I can, believe me, I lived it.
You did it.
I did it. Anyway, according to the scales, and I looked at the table, I was clinically dead. I went, oh, bugger, that's a bit of a problem.
This is not what your present to you was all about.
No, that's right. So I was already depressed and ready to throw myself off a bridge, right? Now this little book says, well, you're clinically dead, lady. I thought, oh. And the interesting thing was, before I stepped off the scales and jumped off a bridge, I looked around at my office and I thought, what would this look like if I was 32 compared to 45?
Okay.
So when I was thinking 45, my brain, which is all our brains do this, 45, all of a sudden my brain went to 50. As soon as it went to 50, it went, oh, that means retirement. It's 60.
Like 50 is like old age.
It keeps going.
50 in Europe or anywhere is old age.
That's right. So it was really nasty. So anyway, so I'm looking around thinking, okay, so if I'm 32, what does my life look like? And I thought,
so you went back a few years.
And I look around and I think, well, geez, a 32-year-old, I'm not doing too badly. I've got a very successful IT company. I write software for 3 of the largest banks in Australia. I have a black Porsche convertible in the driveway.
At 32, you're now 32.
Now I'm at 32, right? So all of a sudden, life looked pretty good. And I've got at 32, I've now got 30 years before I have to retire. So I've got plenty of time to accumulate cash.
So you're thinking of retiring at 62, okay.
Yeah, but I'll be able to retire nicely.
Yeah.
And the incredible thing was, the only thing that changed, my life was already like that, but I was 45, which my mind said I was nearly 50.
Yes.
Which meant I only had like 10 years to accumulate enough cash, right? Now all of a sudden, because I've thought, well, hang on, I'm 32, all of a sudden my mind goes, oh, 32 to 60, that's whole 30 years. Yeah, don't worry about the mathematics, right? It doesn't work. So the bottom line is, I went, well, that's pretty amazing. So why can't I just be 32? Who has control over my life?
Yes, exactly. What age you are under control, as you said.
Correct. Nobody. And believe me, no one. And the other thing is, there is no upside to getting old. I don't care what you say, there is no upside. Right? So just don't.
Hello, I'm living proof.
So don't do it.
Don't get old.
We don't get old.
No.
So anyway,
I refuse.
Long story short, I thought this is a good thing. So I recalibrated my age there and then. And then I went about living life. And then eventually I met Bunker, my other half. Yes. And
is this your first marriage? Oh,
no, I'm a bit allergic to marriage, but that's another interview.
Oh, wait, all right. Anyway, well, this is your first man you really like.
Maybe. Anyway, he's the current one. Anyways.
But he's still around.
Yes, he's current. Yes, he's current.
I mean, he's current. There must be something good about him.
Bunker, darling. It's all right. I love you. He's been current for 18 years now. That's pretty current.
That's pretty current.
Getting back to the story, as you can see, she's English, I'm Australian. We actually understand each other.
Yeah, we very understand each other. And also both want to talk at the same time.
Well, we can do that because we're women.
Yeah, we can. And we understand each other. I know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying. We're both talking.
Isn't that scary?
But I'm going to give you the platform. Go ahead.
So the bottom line is, Bunker actually was the person who said I should write a book.
Okay.
It's because he thought that what I had done was worth telling other people about.
Yes.
And so I did. So I then spent the next however many years putting the book together. And the great thing about it is, during that time, I'm now 45. How about that? See?
So she's put in 12 years.
No, I started this book I had an epiphany 21 years ago when I was chronologically 45.
Yes. Put yourself down to 32.
Yes. And then the great thing about resetting your clock is that it also means, because you now control your aging, you actually control the rate you age as well.
Well, yes, and you also, I don't think you stop from doing things that you would turn around and say, well, at this age, I really shouldn't be doing this. But you do it.
But the point is, if you take control over it, see now, I make decisions, the same sort of decisions that a woman of 45 would make, not a woman of 66.
So you're 66?
According to my driver's license. That's right.
Yeah.
But
age is just a number, and I keep telling everybody that.
Well, age...
Well, me too.
Think of age as a page number in a book.
Yes.
We all read. Right?
Well, and I have Gone with the Wind, and the book Gone with the Wind happens to has 500 pages.
Bloody hell. Sorry, I shouldn't say it. Strike a lot.
Gone with the Wind. Well, the last one anyway had 500 pages.
So you have to live a lot longer to read the book.
Finish it. I've got to finish the book.
But the point is, with a page number in the book has no relevance to the plot.
No.
And it has no relevance to the characters in the book. In fact, it has nothing except you can say, on page 162, right, they finally jumped into bed. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. They went to lunch. Yes.
So they jumped into bed and then went to lunch.
Well, maybe. Yes. That's the point. So the idea is, page number is like our age is like a page number. It has no bearing on our character. But unfortunately, the majority of the population use it as everything. Like, I'm getting older, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we shouldn't do this now.
But even when they're not older, it's like you said, 45. I'm
the
going
environment.
to be 50 in 5 years.
And and that's scary.
And because who wants to be 50 in 5 years?
Nobody.
I mean, what do I tell everybody? I tell everybody out there I'm 39 and holding.
Well, there you go.
See, I mean, I've just been holding a little longer, but I don't
younger
care.
than me.
I'm much younger.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
So the idea
No,
about...
you're 29 and holding.
Thank you, Diane. So my mother's 29 holding, actually. But anyway, so the idea is I wrote the book, and it's to wake people up, because the way I say it is, just because it seems normal
Yes.
to do certain things at certain ages.
Yes.
Does not make it right. That's just it. It just makes it what every other person in the pond is doing.
Yes. And why do you want to be like every other person in the pond when they're doing the wrong thing?
Well, that's just it. You don't know they're doing the wrong thing, you see. That's the problem with aging. It creeps up on you. Every day it happens and we don't notice it. And because everyone else is doing it, it's not obvious, you see. Right? Until you meet some crazy people like Ninon and myself, then you think, what the hell? What are those two on, right?
Yeah.
Well, the point is that we're on life and we control life the way we want to live it, and you can do it too. You don't need a coach.
I'm 100% believer
you don't need
in
money.
that.
You don't need anything. All you need to do is realize that time is a construct. It has no bearing on you, and all you need to do is you need to grab hold of it. Because listen, mate, this is the only life you've got that we know of.
This is all we've got, you know. And I always say we're born, and we're all crumbled up when we're born, and we're all crumbled up when we die.
Apparently.
And it's what you do in between.
That's
and
right.
if you're continuously saying, well, I'm this and I'm this and I'm this, and now my greatest thing is that I cannot do anything about getting older. I can't do
But
that.
you can.
Because it's just a number. No, but it's just a number.
That's right.
So what I can do, I mean, I can't help it going along, but what I can do is live the life. Like you're living the life.
That's right.
Of what you want to do and what you're capable of doing. Not everybody is capable of doing a lot of what I do. I'm not going to say how old I am because we'll probably shock the hell out of her. Whoops, I shouldn't say that, should I?
No.
Well, I said it anyway.
You're doing fine.
Well, am I all right?
Fine, darling. That's all right.
Okay, I'm getting through. But I think age is, do you think men get older than women or women? Do you think it's about equal?
What I have found over
Yes.
the years is that I've known in business, of course, right, and I come from a very male-dominated business.
Of course you do, yes.
Which is before the dress company. So my business has always been technology, and my sport has been motorsport. So I used to be a racing driver. So everyone I come in contact is male.
Of course.
And what I discovered is that I would know these lovely, happy men getting out there doing things, and on the eve of their 50th birthday, they go to bed 49 years, 11 months and 30 days, as happy little Vegemites, right? And then the next morning they wake up and go,
I'm 50.
oh no, I'm 50. It's over. It's done. It's dead. Right? And I'm so surprised.
So men are like that. Well, I've always felt that men
think
always feel that they're sort of older, you know.
What?
But then an older man can always, date
It's
a
what
younger woman,
But it's
though.
what goes on in their mind, you see. And it's our culture. It's our environment.
Yes.
You see, that does all of that. The advantages we have as women, of course, which is sort of, it's an advantage. We can put makeup on. We can do all sorts of things.
We certainly can, Ollie.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, guys putting on makeup and things like that, it's a lot harder for them. Even though these metrosexuals these days, I've noticed, are going to spas and having facials and scrubs and having their nails done and their hair tipped and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's becoming a little bit more...
I mean, even Bunker has a hairstylist.
Do you know why? I think it's because us women are accepting it a little more. Why don't you go and get a facial? Or why don't you get a manicure?
That's true.
Why don't you do this? And why don't you have that? And I think it's great for a man to look after himself as well. But I think women out there, especially over 50, you're absolutely right. I think women need to really start looking after themselves. Not looking after themselves, I'm 50 or I'm 60 or I'm 70. This has nothing to do with anything. It's maintaining yourself to look the best you possibly can of what you are and lose that weight.
But it's to be the best. I mean, even if you're chubby, I don't think that's a problem, so long as you are happy. And we focus, in this society, on longevity. So there's lots of doctors and lots of scientists and people like that doing
Lots of doctors, lots
However, the way I see it, unless you reframe your thinking and you reset your inner clock now, backwards, all you're doing is spending a lot more of your time in old age.
Yeah.
So who
wants to spend their time in old age?
The average person spends 1/3 of their lives in old age.
Yeah, of course they do.
Give me a break. I mean,
yeah, come on, let's start living
as
life.
we say in Australia, get off the grass.
On that, you also have
thing.
a clothing line as well.
We
this
do.
is a very busy woman.
Okay. Yes.
You have a clothing line?
I do, yes, with Bunker.
With Bunker?
Yes.
And there is a fabulous clothing line. I happen to have met up with it in a very beautiful house up in Summerland, and you were doing a photo shoot.
That's
Remember
right.
that?
Yes.
You were doing a photo shoot.
We were.
They had these fabulous gowns and
Thank
things
you.
on.
Yes.
How's it going, okay?
The clothing line is beautiful and it's going very, very well. And that really came about again because I'm very keen on making people feel good about themselves.
Yes, I can see that.
And the great thing about our clothes, which is how we started, we didn't start it because we had nothing to do.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah.
We started actually because I had nothing to wear. That's another story. That's another story.
If I have a clothing line, I can wear everything.
As I say, all I need now is a boyfriend with a shoe company and I'm done. But the point is, the clothing is designed to make any woman feel really comfortable. Because if you're comfortable,
Yes.
you can focus on what you're doing.
But if you're comfortable, you become radiant.
Well, that's just it.
When you're comfortable in what you're wearing and what you're doing, you very rarely see me in sneakers. I don't wear sneakers.
No.
Unless I'm going to play tennis or I'm going out for a jog
I'm with
or
you.
whatever.
I wear sneakers when I go for a walk.
Well, walk or that.
Yes.
Flip-flops, I do not own one pair of flip-flops.
I don't either. Oh my God!
Goodness. So when are we getting married?
Allergic to marriage. It's all right. Sorry, darling.
Me too. No,
It
I
cost
was
me too much money to
married
get out of it the last time.
Oh, really?
That's another story.
No,
Anyway.
we've got so many stories here, but that's the
that's
ups
true.
and downs of life.
Yes, that it is.
And life
That's
is
right.
just one big experience, and I think if you don't put as much into it as you possibly can, you see,
Yes.
reset your inner clock.
and live younger longer. You've got
I
nothing to lose.
Live younger, longer.
Yes.
That is amazing, Roselyn.
Thank you, darling.
Inspired me, actually.
Well, you don't need much inspiration.
Well, yes, I do. We all need it. Come on, yes, we do. And Roselyn has been a good friend of mine, still is a good friend of mine. Maybe I'll get her clothing line on next time,
Yes.
so we can see what
this
you
is
have
one
and
of them,
everything.
right?
This is, I know, it's absolutely
Isn't it
beautiful.
lovely?
Look at this. This is
know.
absolutely lovely.
Believe me, I don't look this good in the shower. That's right.
Oh, I didn't know you showered with your clothes on.
Actually, with this dress, you can.
You probably can.
Ideal clothing for pool parties. That's right.
There you go. You get pushed in the pool, you come out
Fine,
looking
you
like
come
$1
out-
million.
Absolutely, not a problem.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So don't forget, where can they get your book?
You can go to resetyourinnerclock.com, put your email address and your name, and hit the buy now, and bingo, it's all yours.
And then it's all yours, and you go from there.
That's
And
it.
just feel younger, feel great. And don't say I can't do that because of the age.
No.
Go ahead and do it.
Come on, Roselyn says you can do it, so get out there and do it.
There you go.
Thank
you
you.
for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. Don't forget to subscribe and go to YouTube and subscribe. And thank you all for watching Vegas Live with Ninon, because you out there are making Vegas Live big, and you're supporting us and doing great. And I just want to thank you all. We'll be right back.
And thank you.
Oh, it's
Thank you, babe.
wonderful.